Okay, let me see if I can show you the parts that we got in the mail. So here is your timer motor for a Maytag Dependable Care Plus. You basically, this stock right here is what is behind here. So when you pull to activate and push, that is the same act as pulling here. Well, you saw me pull it. It's that same act, and then, you know, it turns and you can see the gears wind in there. Not going to do it because I don't want to break anything. There's the information and the wires and all the connectors. This is the timer, or the lid switch, Whirlpool certified. And you notice when you press down, which is the same click, it's that. See, that little piece there is that white part that you're seeing. Well, anyways, I'm probably going to ask him to keep the old parts. So that's just the information for now. Alright, washer guy's going to be here soon, and what I am going to do is I am just going to set you guys up on top of the cabinet because I can't actually film him. So I'm going to put you guys... fall off the freaking wall. Right there. Alright. And hopefully you'll hear some conversation.
Perfect. Parts are right there?
Yep.
Alright. Should just take a few minutes.
Alright.
Here, timer.
No lid switch.
No lid switch. Easy enough.
If you wouldn't mind, would you save the old parts for me, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, cool.
Yep, no problem. You like tinkering with stuff, huh?
I do, yeah. Well, the screws you're undoing now will open up, yeah, open the control panel.
Yep. The other ones, everything falls apart.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Trying to remember, it's been a while since I worked in one of these old Maytags.
Yeah. They're workhorses, though. We've had this one for almost 2 decades, and it's great.
They last forever.
Yep. Something that the newer machines just don't seem to do.
No, they don't. Yeah, this machine's so old, you probably couldn't even find a YouTube video on how to change it, could you?
I'm not sure about that. It's 1996, so not sure.
Pretty fortunate these parts were still available.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. It seems like there are a lot of parts for old machines around.
Sometimes more than there are for the newer machines.
Yeah.
They quit making parts pretty quick for stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Some brands are better than others too, and Maytags, you know, they tend to keep making parts.
Yeah, and now it's Whirlpool, so they build it.
Well, you are into this, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, Whirlpool owns almost all the American market anymore.
Yeah, you used to have 5 or 6 brands, and now you don't.
Mm-hmm. So what led you to be so interested in appliances?
Well, when I was younger, I figured out, you know, the difference between an older washer and a newer washer, and I figured out by watching YouTube videos that our washer was really good, and so that led me into Maytag washers, and I just kept watching more videos on YouTube, and I got more information on basically almost all vintage washers.
Okay.
So I'm into that, and basically all old appliances I like.
And they're definitely not built to last anymore.
Oh, no. I see machines still from like the 60s that are still working.
Oh yeah, yep. I don't see them very often, but they're out there.
Yeah.
Right, there's the timer. And the lid switch is right here. This is kind of universal because we shouldn't. I think we use that tab. Hopefully it's not the mechanism that's giving us trouble.
I'd be pretty surprised. I think it's probably the lid switch.
Here, it just doesn't click, or?
No, it clicks, but I feel like that seems like a common problem that could go bad with these. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's the mechanism too, because these have a linkage.
Oh.
It comes up here and actually actuates the lid switch, which is a little bit different than most newer appliances.
Yeah.
What was it doing? Just sticking in a cycle, or?
Basically, so it has the pilot light, which is helpful because if it goes off balance, then it'll stay on. But basically, it would fill with water, and it would do that perfectly fine. And then any sort of cycle you would put it on, it just would not agitate, would not spin, but the light stayed on.
Gotcha.
So I was thinking it could have been, if it tripped the off balance sensor on accident, it could have been that.
Which I believe, I'd have to pull this lid up and look, but I believe the off balance sensor, all it does is trip the lid switch.
Yeah, they're connected in that machine.
Yep. All right, yeah, this is just a universal switch because it's a double throw.
I mean, I'd much rather have a lid switch than the lid locks on these newer machines where you can't even open it at all.
Yeah, they're a pain.
Yeah.
People do not like them.
Yeah. My grandparents bought an LG set in 2015 to replace an old 80s GE set, and it takes like 2 hours to do a full wash cycle. I mean, it's...
Dishwashers are even worse.
Yeah.
Dishwashers take forever and they don't use hardly any water.
Yeah.
So you have plans on putting this knowledge to use?
Possibly. I'm not sure yet.
So have you looked into the Speed Queens at all? Because
Oh,
Speed
yeah.
Queen's still making an old style machine.
Those are about the only ones I tell people that you can get that are still reliable and built like the older ones.
Yeah, they're the only thing that'll last more than 10 years.
Yeah. I know plenty of people, even through the YouTube community, that have gotten Speed Queens, and I've never heard a single complaint, minus the mess up they had in 2018 with the other series, but all the other ones have been perfect.
I don't see a lot of them. I mean, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing, is most people don't get, like, you got it, they're expensive, but they last.
Yep.
They last forever.
The bearings are a pain in the butt if they go out.
That's true.
So your only real issue was when it would go out of balance with a load in it? No, see, we still got the same issue.
Oh.
So...
Yeah, it won't, you have to fill it to like a minimum water level before it'll agitate, but it should spin with nothing in it.
Yeah, and then I've got it on spin and it's
yeah, that's...
So this on light, that is supposed to demonstrate out of balance?
Yeah. I know if you put it to delicate, that's a low speed agitation, so it could be like a different one.
Well, not in agitation. It'll be a low speed spin.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nope. So that's rinse, and then if you go, oh yeah, it should spin right now if it works.
Yeah, absolutely it should. Let's see, the lid switch is not the issue.
I didn't know the schematics were in there.
Yep. Oh, let's see. The draw there's a little funny, but... Okay, yeah, so this does have 2 lid switches.
Oh, it does? I
Yeah,
didn't know
that small micro switch is also a lid switch.
Oh.
And that's probably where our issue is. Yep, that's our issue.
Oh, so it's the other lid switch.
Yep, see it's not. I'm just
Yeah.
running the switch out.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be the common. Okay, we'll have to get one of these. You can feel it too, it's not
Oh
giving
yeah,
you
it
a good
doesn't.
positive click.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm gonna hook the wire into that back up just so I don't forget
Oh, okay.
what wires go where.
Yeah.
And like I say, I have no problem with you. If you want to put it on, your parents are
No,
fine with
I'm
it?
good.
Okay, good enough. Doesn't matter to me. So, it's your guys' washer, not mine. So,
You need another part?
Yeah.
yeah. So there are 2 lid switches. There's a lid switch and a check switch,
Yeah.
and it's the other one.
Well, it's going on 2 weeks,
This other
so
one here. You know,
I know it's not.
Yeah, it's
not frustrating about it.
It's frustrating. But
no, I understand. I do. You know, what did it take so long to get parts, or it just took them that long to get us back here?
the parts were overnight.
Yeah, it was like 2.
The problem
2
is
days.
that
It took them 2 days that long to get us back out.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had the parts last Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, let me go look at them. If they're already, if they're in stock, then I'll just reschedule this here for another day or 2.
That would be phenomenal
that would
if
be
you could
great,
do that
yeah.
because when I called the schedule, It was,
Yep, not something we normally do, but in a situation like this, I got no problem.
I would love that.
Don't want to
thank
keep you waiting forever.
So the timer was okay?
It probably. I mean, you know, it's not likely there's more than one problem.
Okay.
It's the old one.
Oh, that's the old one, so
Yeah.
you put the new one in?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the parts are here. We're going to put them in.
Did I hear you say that there was a schematic
Yeah,
inside?
right here.
Does that mean the schematic for the dryer's in there too, somewhere? In the dryer?
It's
Probably. It's probably in the top here.
That's,
Yep.
see, you were looking for that to
Yeah.
do your project.
Do you want me to put that back in, or do you want to keep it?
Let's put it back
let's put
in
it back
so
in,
that it's
yeah.
there whenever we need
Yeah.
it.
Alright. Well, you know how to get those 2 screws out if you need it.
just the top ones.
Yep.
Yeah, he was trying to find the schematic for the dryer because he wants to turn the buzzer off.
Oh, he just wants to unplug the buzzer?
Yeah, from what I understand, it's like there's a wire that goes from the timer to a solenoid, and all you have to do is
Yep.
pull that wire out.
Yeah, we can do that real quick if you
Okay,
want.
great, thanks. The only thing is that it's an electric and the plug is on the floor, so I don't know how we're gonna get to that.
Oh, we're not going to worry about it. We're
You
just
gonna do the
gonna do it.
110 boogie?
220.
it's 220.
Yeah. That's a dryer, it is 220, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't do gas dryers.
Well,
There won't be power to the buzzer if there isn't. There's power going straight to the timer, as long as we don't touch anything on the timer.
Yeah, because the timer you can click even when it's off.
Oh, it is in there.
Yeah, it is
It
right.
is in there.
It's right here.
Go look, Isaac. 'cause
I can
that's
see
what-
it, yeah.
That's what you were trying to fix, or trying to.
That thing looks like it's been soaked underwater.
Oh, it's
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna, if we want to disconnect it, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the wire, and I'm gonna tape it too, but I'm gonna cut it, just so that way it's, if that thing's bouncing in there, it wears through the tape.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want it to hit the cabinet and
Yeah.
goodness, that thing never stops. I'll have to wait.
You're in demand.
Well, if you got one model up from that, it had the slider.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut it off of the timer side,
Okay.
and then we really don't have anything to worry about as far as wires. We
Oh, perfect.
just disconnect the yellow completely.
What's the yellow one do?
It's power supply.
Oh, okay.
Let's just make sure everything still
So
works.
hit start, and then you want to turn it very slowly towards off, and in between the.
Yeah, let's go.
Perfect.
Should be good to go.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
We got one thing done.
So how does parts work? You guys maintain like a store or warehouse?
No, we have a
You order?
third party that we order through.
Gotcha. So just a question of how far it's coming from?
Well, and mostly whether or not they have it
Whether they have
stocked.
it? Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, which has been a bit of a question this year.
Well, when they ordered these two, it was interesting because one was from Michigan, one was from
They were
Ohio.
both from Ohio.
Are they both?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they may have been from different warehouses. Normally we get them out of Youngstown.
That sounds
And
right.
the other tech said, it may take a day, it may take 2 or 3, and they were both here the next day.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You know, if they're in stock in our normal warehouse, it's usually next day.
That's fantastic.
So you want that too?
Sure. Thanks.
Yep.
Oh, look at you.
All right. You probably have the model number memorized. Was it a 206?
LAT 9704 AAE, I believe. I think. It's on the back right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep. 9704.
Because I know if you put different numbers, you get different options and stuff back then.
Okay. Yep. We're leaving that stuff.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and click like if you like what you see, and follow me on the web, wix.com/theelevatorworld/fans. Bye-bye.